Hey, what up anyone is watching? This is View with Ice, and it has been a few months since I made the first video, but this is going to be part 2 of the best fights in Naruto that does not include Naruto. The first video had 10 fights, but this one is going to have 5, and that is simply because I have very limited time to record. But please like and subscribe, and also comment your favorite fight that does not include the MC. Danzo is of course the lowest of the low in the Naruto verse, but he put up a great fight against Sasuke, and so he of course had to make this list. Although I felt that his presence was somewhat underwhelming during this fight. Even though I liked this fight, I kind of expected just a little bit more out of a character like Danzo, who was somewhat hyped up. But at the end of the day, we still got to witness a great fight, and this is one of the few times that I rooted for Sasuke during this series because I am somewhat of a Sasuke hater. The next thing that I'm gonna say is a little bit unrelated to this fight, but I kind of wish that Naruto learned similar techniques like which Danzo used in this fight with Sasuke. I really wish that he could have expanded more on his wing style jutsus. I feel it could have added a little bit more spice to his character. I don't really know how Deidara ranks in the Naruto community, but he is definitely one of my favorite Akatsuki members, and this fight is where he started to grow on me. This is also the fight that truly showed us how dangerous this group was. Before this, we only saw Kisame and Itachi, and even then, we didn't really get to see what they were truly capable of. Deidara may not have been in the top ranks of the group, but he definitely proved he belonged in the faction when he managed to defeat Gaara one-on-one. It is a really impressive feat since Gaara had a great amount of mastery over his powers, and he is also the Kazekage of the Sand Village. Although the next fight is a bit of a quick confrontation, it still gave us one of the greatest Rasengans ever in the entire series. Everything here just showcased to us how elite of a shinobi Minato was. Obito has a very tricky ability in that could easily throw off the average ninja, but Minato somehow figured out to trick the Obito's powers almost instantly and delivered one of the cleanest Rasengans in history. A lot of times in anime we get those moments where the student surpasses the teacher, but this is surely a moment that told us that the student still has a lot to learn. Out of all the other fights in the hunt to save Sasuke, I feel this is easily in the top 3 or maybe in the top 2. This entire arc was essentially a when boys become men type of arc. Neji was not one of my favorite characters before this fight, but after this I definitely started to see him in a different light. Kidomaru was of course the more experienced shinobi here, but Neji just was such a genius that he adapted mid-battle. This is one of those fights that shows exactly why Naruto fights are so great to watch. It isn't just about who is more powerful, it is also about who can adapt and predict the opponent. And this was shown when Kidomaru exploited one of the weaknesses of the Byakugan, but Neji still managed to dig deep and get the victory by using his exploited weak spot to his advantage. This is easily one of the best straight up hand-to-hand combat fights in the entire series, and I would even go as far as to say that this could also be considered to be one of the best hand-to-hand choreographed fights in all of anime. But that alone isn't what makes this fight so special. It is the emotional weight behind it that elevates it to an even higher level. And the transitions during this fight from when Kakashi and Obito were still kids to them as adults just puts icing on an already impressive looking cake. My Naruto brain is still very hazy, and of course I need to do a rewatch on this anime, but this is one of those fights that you don't easily forget.